I want to put a few of the schematics from your book up on the screen.
Yes.
For people to take a look at and have you walk us through it, because while reading it, I enjoyed it, but I had my own interpretation of it. But
Yes.
now I have the opportunity to get the author's interpretation of it.
Yes, I'm very happy to do that.
So Clive, here is your Wagon wheel of well-being.
Yes.
And I'd love for you to walk us through it.
Yes, well, I think you start at the beginning. You start at the nucleus of it, and that's about general well-being. And it's not just about well-being on its own, it's about general well-being, and that means for society as a whole. So, but that incorporates individual well-being and societal well-being, and in fact, the well-being of our family and friends and wider community, and the people that live next door to us. So that we're all part of communities, almost like an onion, and we all have to look after each other. So that's really central to it. But you can see to the left and right of the nucleus is the reference to material well-being and a resilient economy. I think that this is really important because when we talk about well-being, it costs money. Someone has to pay for it. My thesis is that you need a robust economy to pay for these things. So this is not some sort of communist or socialist theme to say, let's just put all our money in the pot and we can all do well. I'm very much in favor of having a resilient, strong, free market, because that's how you pay for well-being. So that's really important. And that's the sort of backbone of the wagon wheel. And then if you look at there's actually two parts to it. The bottom part is getting by, and the top part is getting ahead. And this is based on Maslow's theory that that it's important that you have warmth, you have safety and security, but we need more. And what I'm looking at is really the top part is the important part. That's about getting ahead, doing better, and actually prospering. But if we look at the getting by, it's really important to have a safe and secure home. And it's easy to say, well, I grew up in a loving family where there was no violence in the family, but lots of families don't have that privilege. There is a lot of violence in family and family violence. So having a safe and secure home is by no means something we can take for granted. But it's above the line that I'm really interested in. And I've got one item there at 10 o'clock, independence. And that's not the independence in the sense of the being independent as a country. It's about being independent of things like drug dependency, of violence, of political interference in your life. It's being able to express your thoughts freely. So that's really important in a free society. So this starts moving slightly into the political sphere, but the book is not about politics. It's about humanity. And social cohesion and connection is important in the sense that it's the same way that you and I are having a discussion about these types of things. It's through discussion that we create cohesion. And from that arises equity and trust. And equity is having basic equality or equality of opportunity for people in society. And the result of that will be trust. We will trust each other because we're living in a decent society where people actually do treat each other properly. And to achieve that, we need to participate in civic and political affairs. That's critical. And that's why democracy has to be nurtured as well, because if we're not participating at local level and at the state level or national level, we're going to land up in the hands of dictators who don't listen to us and just do what they want. So it's really, Ivan, in a way, it's an attempt to actually analyze what makes society tick and how we can make society whole again.